All right, so we are on page Beis, approximately the middle of that page. The line begins with the word middot. Middot is all. So we started in this ois discussing the principle that there is another kind of hislapshus, of a higher koyach in a lower koyach, like moichin in the lower. But normally we say a middot and koyach hanefesh is mislabish in a keli that it's perfectly suited for it. But then we also have where the slapshus hamoichin in midos in koyches are lower than moichin. The first moshel was the moichin is slabish in the hand, in the koyach hayad, and koyach hatnu should be yad. Certainly this is not a receptacle for moichin, and yet the moichin is mislabish there. And then we went into midos. That similarly the moichin is mislabish in the midos, both on the chitzonius amidas, on the practical level, and on the essence of midas. So line begins with midas the zon. With derech prat he midas shebe malchus. It's seen in kulam b'chochma or siso. That chochma or siso means in the midas siso yomi. Means the siso spheres, siso midas. And that was b'chochma, which means chochma is a slabish in the siso spheres. But derech prat he midas shebe malchus. And there is different levels of midas. Specifically, it's talking about midas shebamachas, means chitzonius amidas. V'yesh bohen yislapshus hameichin. In these midas, at that level, there is a slapshus hameichin. We discussed this, I think, quite excessively yesterday. Shezeh inyan kulam b'chochma siso. This is the pshat kulam b'chochma siso. That chochma is involved at every level. Dal shum zeh nikras hamalchus chochma tato. Due to the chochma as it is present in the spheres of malchus, its malchus is actually called chochma tato. In essence, malchus is called chochma, but chochma at the lower level, rather than chochma yilo, chochma at the higher level. Just to put that in perspective. Chochma is that quality that reveals the reality itself. This is why Chochma, we say Re'iyo, in sight you don't see an object, you see the entire environment that provides for the object. And that is perceived on two levels, on the Chochma level and on the Malchus level. Malchus also incorporates all the spheres, all the qualities. A quick mashal for Malchus. I don't want to interrupt here, but just a quick, so we understand. Chochma tato, chochma yilo. And that is, everything exists on the conceptualized level. Like, for example, we always talk about a table. A person conceptualizes a table. And we explained, this conceptualization is drawn, is based on a nefesh element. It is not just a conceptual, some kind of design. There is a nefesh element that reveals itself in this Sechel element of a table. At that point, the table has no form. The table has only the functionality. The table has only the human element. It's a table that will serve, that will stand at the ready for the person and display his malchus quality. Then you begin to design the table, and design with all the different details, and you build the table. There you are completely uninvolved in the overall significance of the table. You're involved in how do you put it together, how you build it, make sure everything is in proper place, in proper measure, everything balances and so forth. You're involved in the structure and the components of the table. This is like the spheres. After everything is done and finished, and you actually bring the table into your home, and it occupies its rightful place, then again it relates, it reverts back to its original concept, its original reality. But now it is not on the conceptual level, now it is on the actual level. Now it actually consists of the components. But the components are united together and they're actually functioning as a table. This is the lower Chochmah. It also encompasses everything, but this is the lower where it is composed of all the details that went into building it. The higher Chochmah sees it from a different perspective, sees it from a nefesh, from a reality perspective. The lower Chochmah sees it from a factual perspective. Okay, so this Mikol Mokim is going back to the beginning of this verse. It said that yes, indeed, there is a slapshus hamoichin in the lower koichos, even though they do not really suit the moichin. But you have to understand how they call zeh hu bechinas haoras hamoichin levad. This is slapshus of moichin in the lower koichos. It's only the ha'oras hamoichin. The ha'ora of moichin. Ha'ora means that which reflects the moichin. She'ein bechinas atzmos hamoichin mislabshin bezum. The etzem hamoichin are not mislabshin in zum, zom malchus, or in the middot. Kim, rather only bechinas chitzonius v'ha'oras hamoichin levad. Only that bechina of moichin, which is called chitzonius and ha'oras hamoichin. Ha'ora, the principle of ha'ora, again, we also discussed many times. In a very simple way, we will demonstrate it quickly and then we'll be able to build on this. As one enters a room, if the room is empty, even though this room was built for human use, but you don't see the human being therein. It's an empty room. He took plain plain space, and he demarcated. But there is not yet the sense, the human sense in it. And for all you know, this room may be used for storage, may be used for to accumulate, to pile up hay for the horses. Then you furnish the room, and furnish it in a proper manner, with the proper setup that is suitable for human use. Then you see the human quality in this room. You don't see the human being. You see the human quality. They say the ha'ora samay. The human quality, as it expresses itself and manifests itself in different levels. This is called ha'ora. If this room is furnished in a haphazard manner, all the furniture is there, but it's completely haphazard, middot in order. Everything is there functionally. If you come in, you can find a chair, you can find a table, but there is not ha'oras ha'moichin. Just an accumulation of furniture, and just to organize it in the proper form already changes the whole perspective. To take this one step further. Please understand, just to have a chair does not speak with a human being. Why? I'm tired, so I need a chair. Like we said many times, a table is not just convenience. I hold a cup in my hand and I don't want to hold it. It belongs there. This is a human way of sitting sitting in the room, even if not using it. A chair, just a plain hazard, just serves his feet. I'm tired, so I'm sitting down. When does it have the ha'oras ha'moichin, the human quality? When it's organized in a certain fashion that is suited for human use, and a person feels comfortable. He actually is mislabish in this room. This is ha'oras ha'moichin. What we're saying is that yes, in the lower koiches is mislabish lemoichin, but this is only ha'oras ha'moichin, not etzma ha'moichin. Which is the chitzonis ha'moichin, the effect of moichin. Ukmeishin is boil yield the moshel, as we explained earlier. I'm talking about the moshel. The beginning is ha'moichin shebemidos. So we explained that the moichin that are contained in the middot, hein beginning chitzonis ha'moichin levat, are only the aspect of chitzonis ha'moichin. What means chitzonis ha'moichin? The expression of moichin, not the etzem ha'moichin. Like we said yesterday, if the hand writes the wrong letter or an ugly way, the hand does not feel uncomfortable by having done that. Even though the hand has a sechel. But it does not sense, something is wrong here. The hand doesn't feel it at all. It's the hand that feels it. Even though in this hand was mislabish ha'oras ha'moichin, sechel, to do it in a certain way. But there's no etzem ha'moichin. And that's this is where it's mislavish, where the correct and incorrect way is reflected, is affected. They feel uncomfortable. The hand does not feel uncomfortable with the ugly writing. The head feels uncomfortable with it.
Sorry, what's the nimshal for that? The nimshal?
Etzem HaMoichin HaChitzoni is HaMoichin.
Etzem HaMoichin is, you're saying, Sfat in the head? The Chitzoni HaMoichin is that which is mislavish in the
In the undercurrent. V'haseichel shebiyad v'regel. Thus the seichel, let me explain in the Moshe. The seichel that is in the hand and in the foot, whole bechina seichel hamaisi levad. This is the aspect of seichel, of that level, seichel hamaisi, seichel of action, of deed. Are you supposed to do things? Actually, at the moment of action, this is when the seichel comes into focus. This is the way it is in the Moshe. And the similar, this is how it is also in Lamailo, the Bchinas HaMoichin the Zun. That the aspect of Moichin, as it is Zun. In the middot, Zun is Zon Malchus, Zun Zocher and Keep. Ein ze bechinas atzmus ha-meichin. That does not represent the bechin of etzem ha-meichin, kim ha-ora levad. It represents only the ha-ora of meichin. Again, etzem ha-meichin is the actual living moichin, that which dictates. This is the way it is right, this is the way it is wrong. And it doesn't just dictate that functionally it will be wrong, but it senses that it is wrong or right. This is the etzem ha-meichin. In middot, you don't have the etzem ha-meichin, you have the ha'ora that directs how in action it will manifest itself. As is known, the nehi the emo nasi moichin zo. Emo, this is the binah. Emo is called Aim is chochma binah. In binah itself, in Emo, there is different levels. And then there's levels of Chabad and Chagas and Nehi. Nehi, this is the manifest level at every level, in wherever that is identified. Just want to bring this a little bit in focus. There's Chesed Gvura Tiferes. Then there's Netzach Hoid and Yesod. There's a fundamental difference between these two sets of midas. Chesed, kindness, or strength and harshness, Tiferes and glory, these are all fully significant qualities in and of themselves. Netzach, Hoid, and Yesod, these are the three qualities necessary that come into play when you want to effectuate Chesed Gvura Tiferes. Netzach means victory or conquest. When do you need a conquest? Nobody goes to war for conquest. You go to war because you want to affect something. And then you employ the quality of conquest in order to affect what you want to affect. But it's not for the purpose of conquest. It is for the purpose of your principles, Chesed Gvura Tiferes. The same. Pardon me. So that's a Holy Side. These are the three qualities that come into surface when you want to effectuate the Chesed Gvura Tiferes. Not to stop by any obstacle. You overcome all obstacles. That's a Holy Side. All the way to your side where he says, no, I'm not deviating, I'm not turning back, I'm going for it. This is all has to do with the effectuation of Chesed Gvura Tiferes. It is not the essence of the middot, this is the functional level. So it says, Netzach Hoy Disoid, Nehi de Eimo, that level of binah that deals with promoting the Ayin of the binah to an active and external level. This is where nasim moichin zo. That level constitutes the moichin, the sechel for zo. For middot. This is the principle which we're constantly re-emphasizing it, and wanting to understand. At no level does a person act robotically. At no level does a person act without knowing what he is doing and the full containment and context of what he's doing. The context is provided for the Sechel, by the Sechel, Chochmah and binah. Binah, Chochmah and binah do not provide only a concept. They provide a concept along with all the significance of that concept. Now this concept ought to be fully revealed. Even the revelation of the concept is chitzonius of the Sechel. But that chitzonius is contained within the Sechel itself. A Sechel that does not speak in terms of, it should be affected, is not Sechel. This is what's called imagination, a dream world. Real Sechel speaks about the real world, a real neshama, a reality. If it's real, then it comes from the top all the way to the bottom, to the end. And this is why in the Sechel there is a Chochmah Chabad, and there is Chagas, and there is Nehi.
This nasim moichin zo. This means it affects, it actualizes the moichin.
It provides moichin for Zoh. It provides moichin for Zoh. It provides justification, a sense of reality, a sense of right and wrong for Zoh.
And this is the Nehi in binah.
Nehi the binah. And we're pointing out all the time that all final action is not the result of a circumstance. It's not reactive. It is proactive. It was contained originally in the binah. So the binah nasi moichin is up. So when you say the binah, the aim, nasi moichin is up, this means that what provides for moichin of zo. Moichin of zo is chitzonius of binah. The nehi, the functional effect of it, not the etzem of binah. There's a big difference between this is right and saying, why is it right? What's right about it? This is my point saying that this is chitzonius of moichin. Unehi de zo, and then the nehi of zo, which means the latter three qualities in zo, which would also have to do with the chitzonius, with the effect. Netzach hoidisoi. Nasi moichin lenukva. Then that provides moichin, that provides the intellectual quality. Intellectual means that which is compelling, that which provides a sense of reality for nukva. For nukva means malchus. We'll just start the next line. We're now going to v'yesh bozeh ha'ora mibchinas vov k'tovis de'ema. Therein, in the nehi of zo, which means the last levels of middot, zo, therein is contained also the vov k'tovis. Vov k'tovis means the middot of nukva. Vov k'tovis the ema. Vov k'tovis of binah. Vov k'tovis, what's vov k'tovis? Vov k'tovis means the malchus element, the complete actualization. Vov k'tovis means time and space. Binah is not dependent on time and space. Binah is a sechel true. But as we said, in that itself there is already contained the functional and the ultimate accomplishment that this will bring about. This is, to elaborate is not for now, but this is the conclusion of this whole discussion. Okay? All right, this is it for this morning. Now you're on call.
Sabanu,